What the fuck is up, dude?
Hey,
What the hell? This is crazy.
what's going on?
Chilling, dude. Just chilling. Nothing.
What is all this shit?
It's just absolutely just
What the fuck is this shit?
this is my stuff. It was my setup. This was the boat. While you were gone, I had to construct the ark. This is the ark. It's the ark, dude.
Shit.
This was the
basement. What are you doing down here?
Dude, the podcast flooded.
Sorry.
The podcast flooded, dude. Yank it, bro. That's what he wants to do to his penis right now so bad, but he can't.
Have you guys discussed your testicles? Would you like to keep your medical
Yeah, Sean, can you
history
talk
secret?
about... You should raise awareness about your swollen epididymis. Do you think it has to do with your giant dick banging against it when you try to...
No. It obviously does have a giant dick. We've all... But... we can put to rest the idea that TSA scans you if you have a big dick, because I got scanned.
What?
And full tennis.
So far, the only people I know that happened to are you, Nate, and Shannon Sharp. So
I've seen Guard Dog get it, and Nate and Sean both have world-renowned giant hogs.
it could have just been your aura. Your aura might have been crazy that day.
It is uncomfortable. I've never had the guy do the back of the hands thing, and they really do it.
Yo.
Yeah, they really stroke you.
What?
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I think that would have hurt if it happened to me right now. My testicles are so swollen and tender.
That would have sucked. Whenever I go, when I have TSA pre-check, so I don't have to go through the scanner, but I would walk out the scanner and they go, "Have a good day, ma'am." And I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
We all just saw your pussy.
We saw your pussy in the scanner.
But no, he explained it to me that he had something with his hands and he like just fully swan dived right into the fucking floor.
I mean, I
Could've been a
get it.
Brucey
If it's
tumble.
pitch black,
Yeah, true.
falling must be
He
crazy.
fell through the void, dude.
Yeah.
He felt the fucking grund.
I'm trying to think of the last time I fell, because it is funny.
Last time I ate
falling
it?
down is funny as
I
hell.
haven't eaten it. I can't think of the last time I fully. Oh, dude, I fucking ate. I ate it recently.
I remember the last time I fell. Hold on, I was hammered at JFK and I fell in the bathroom.
You took a brewski tumble?
I took a brewski tumble at JFK, dude. Oh, look, it gets worse. I took a brewski tumble upon arrival. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings at arrival and got hammered. Me and O'Connor were like arguing. Me and O'Connor got shit faced.
Wait, you were arriving at the
a
airport?
Buffalo Wild Wings in JFK.
You couldn't wait?
Upon arrival.
What the hell?
I think there was some NBA on.
I
We were
see,
like, dude, let's just catch the fourth quarter and then we'll go home.
I see.
Had a couple of brewskis, started arguing. I think I was mid-argument with him, and then I went to the bathroom, and he was walking in as I was still laying on the ground. And I was like, this doesn't change anything, dude. You're still wrong. It ends the argument to me. If you slip at the bathroom at JFK, your life is meaningless. Dude.
You're over.
You're the biggest loser.
I'm surprised you could get up. Lesser men would have stayed there, dude.
Like a fucking Everest climber.
Like a bar, you're like a fucking shell on the hull of the boat, dude.
Oh, dude.
It's like a barnacle, dude. You just lay there. And you're
killing me.
like,
I'm sorry.
Rocking with my wife got sick right away, so I had a sick wife. It was hell.
Obviously.
It was crazy. Yeah, she was sick. My wife has
It was a huge weekend for me. Oh, I'm sick and mean. Oh, all right. This is the most important weekend of my life. Well, my stomach hurts. Yeah, great.
She had like 101 fever, dude. She had a 101. Just rock is in there, just like, oh, good luck. I was like, Jesus
nice.
Christ.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
You
But
champed it.
then she champed it and came out to the
You
one
champed
show.
it too. You were so mellow the whole time.
Bro, I had
I
no choice. I had no choice.
I was more nervous than you were.
I was going to freak out. I was freaking out leading up to it. I told you when I freaked out. Dude, at fucking 3 days
Perfectly normal
beforehand.
freak out.
It was, yeah, true. It was. Actually, I'm happy I kind of did. I actually connected to some sort of normal set of feelings. But I was like, just sitting there in my office being like, should I switch this to the third person from the first?
change all my
book I've been
jokes.
trying to write for like 9
okay.
years. Oh, dude, that'd be sick going third person. And then he saw his wife. I just had and I was like, wait a second, I have to prepare for this special and I haven't performed in 3 weeks. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And I just literally walked to Nando's and just got wings And I knew I wasn't hungry. I was like, I'm eating for comfort.
You're following my path.
I literally
You're
did.
following my absolute freak
I literally
out path.
did. I was
You
complete.
go, I got to change everything. You know what? I'm going to eat wings. I'm good.
I texted you right away. I was like, it made me laugh. I sat on the thing and I was like, this is exactly what he does. And I was eating them outside in the heat and just sweat stinging my eyes. And as I got more full, I was like, I feel okay now.
Yeah, you got to get sick and hot. And then you go, all right, I'm ready to go on stage.
And I felt much better. And then I got it together, but I was still nervous because I had to do shows at the Hollywood Improv. Of course,
It's uncomfortable.
They're going to bring, there's like a small room. Like, we're going to bring a bunch of people out from the industry. I'm like, great. Thanks.
Great.
So then I at least got to perform at the mothership. I ran it. I was like, all right, I still remember it. That's good. Did the improv. It was cool. And then the taping, dude, I was like, first night I was like freaking and I kept flubbing lines. Like the sets were fine. I kept flubbing lines.
You probably weren't flubbing them.
I was flubbing them, bro.
It's all in your head.
That's what they said.
It was a
slight
major
fuck up, and in your head, you're like,
At one point, I literally, it was kind of funny. I was like,
Dude, I took quite possibly the lamest tumble the other night. I was going up to, it was like, I always shut all the lights out. I like to walk up in the pitch black. Well, relatively dark. In my first floor, there's still like light coming through the windows. But I'm carrying my nightly glass of water up, and I go to like turn the blinds to
My
like
nightly
glass of water. I need a night. I can't sleep without water next to me. So I get my nightly glass. It's the fucking vessel, dude.
You need a glass of water.
Yeah, but it's the nightly glass.
But it is your nightly glass.
It's different than any other glass. The nightly glass hits so much different.
Oh, yes.
So I have it, dude. And it's like, sometimes I sip a little like on the way up and have to like turn around. I'm like, dude, that's my nightly glass. I need to flip to the brim. So I'm like sitting there, I'm carrying it, and I fucking go to twist the blinds to close them, and I tumbled, just like safely fell on my couch, but just spilled the water all over me. Like, oh, fuck. It was such a nerd tumble. It was fully like, again, no injuries whatsoever. I just tripped on my couch like, nah. And there was seconds of water just hit me. I was like, dude, I fucking suck so bad.
Yeah.
In a dark room, just fucking wet. But yeah, dude, it was my parents came to one of the shows. That was really nice. They haven't seen me do stand up for like probably 12 years.
Ooh.
So they came.
Big jump.
Yeah, that was So they got my dad. My dad got stopped at the door. He brought a gun and a knife on him. To the show. He had the hawk on him and that thing. He had a hawk and a toast on him. Yeah, he was like, because I saw my mom. I'm like, oh, where's dad? She's like, he's back in the car.
I'm not going into the city.
Dude, he came back in the city, dude. He came up like Bayou Billy, dude.
Going into the city, you need to bring a gun. If you've been outside the city for a while.
Dude, having the hawk is so funny. The gun, he had a 9mm on him and then a knife. Like fire his last shot. Then
What'd they say? Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
They were like, dude, they metal detector. They do the wand. God bless you.
Thanks, bro.
They do the wand, and they wanded him. They were like, dude, you have the hawk and the toast on you. He's like, yeah. So
I didn't think those things worked.
Oh yeah, apparently, yeah, they got him. Told him, I'm like, dude, next time, let me know. I'll let you in the back if you want to keep that thing on.
Yeah, if you need the handgun during my special, it'd be like Manchester by the Sea if you bomb.
The movie I was just filming, the director would be like, find the lens. Look into the lens when you say your line. I didn't know he meant like near the lens. I spent 3 days going, hey. He didn't catch it. So I might not be in this movie. Every scene I'm going, but what do we do now?
Like, yeah, it was SNL.
Straight, I was directly into the lens every single day. And then,
dude, they can just edit your eyes now. The shit now, the effects are crazy.
I eventually, like day 4 of staring into the lens, I was like, when you say at the, he's like, no, don't look into the lens. I was like, I got bad news for you. Every scene.
They're going to AI your eyes where they're just kind of like this way.
The blind guy.
Yeah,
Your
dude.
first ever comedy special,
Film, dude.
this weekend.
It was awesome.
How did it go?
I think it went well. It was again, I did the brutal workout the day of. I don't know what, I was just like killing time. I was like, yeah. I'm gonna fucking, and it was because I was doing it with Billy. So he's like, oh dude, this is gonna be the hardest shit ever. So I kept being like, sorry, it's not that bad. Just to fuck, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Be like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I left and was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So then, since I had lifted so much, I was like, well, I need to eat a lot. So I didn't eat much for the first show, and then that night I went out and I pigged on Mexican food and ate like the spiciest fucking hot sauce possible. And I've had this stuff before. I knew it was a little spicy. I didn't know how spicy it was. Dude, it was like, I was like hiccuping.
spicy.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
Then I like fucking rubbed it. It was on a paper towel and I like went to blow my nose and it went all over my face. I was fucked up.
Yeah.
So I woke up. So day one went well. One show, great. Way too spicy food. Everything's fine. Woke up that morning like spicy, like diarrhea. Yeah, true.
It's a day in the life, baby. Woke up, got out of bed, had some spicy diarrhea.
Yeah, before the second show, I ate Indian food. So my ass was, dude, I don't know why I did this to myself.
I get it. But when you film a special, it's just pure panic,
It's just
anxiety, spaz, dude.
Dude, and I was telling McKeever,
At least you did that. I went and shaved my head.
yeah, I didn't get the haircut.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I was just walking. I was like, I got to make some change. I got to do something right now.
I was like,
I'm going to
Brittany,
shave my fucking head before the special.
Well, that makes sense because you want your hair to look different.
Yeah.
Different show. I get that. But yeah, dude, I was telling McKeever, I was like, my stomach, between like the food I was eating and like the adrenaline I was like, my DNA thinks it's in the fucking Crusades, dude.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but like aromatic cuisines and just pure panic and just shitting. It was crazy. The diarrhea was unbelievable. I should have documented that as the intro.
Yeah.
Just fucking-
Just a loud shit.
Just
Have
shitty.
this camera follow you out from a loud shit straight to stage. That'd actually be pretty sick.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, it went well, dude. It was fucking nerve wracking, dude. The first, the day leading up to it, I was just like, fuck, dude, there's going to be so many cameras. I'm going to shit the bed and just blank and be like, nope, I'm not doing this. My negative self is still strong. And it was just like, dude, what if, hear me out here, brother. What if you fucking go up there and go, camera one, camera two,
It's just the whole special. Staring straight in every camera.
I give myself no credit at all. That's
Yeah,
like,
of course.
in my head, I was like, there's a 40% chance I'm going to go,
It's just, you can see the camera, you just go.
Today,
You
too.
must literally be dead. I didn't know how bad he was.
He was, yeah.
Me and Neo Kamen argued for
was the battle?
7 hours.
Oh God.
Politics. Straight. 7 hours straight.
Was it like Iran stuff, kind of? Sure.
It was everything.
Okay.
But it just kept going back to Donald Trump's a giant piece of shit. And then we were screaming, arguing. Every time he would say something, I'd be like, we can look that up. And I guarantee you, it happened like 5 different times where he said something. And then I would look it up and go, this didn't happen. And he would go, that's not what I meant. And then he would change the argument.
Oh no.
It was crazy.
The one I remember was he was like, popular vote means winning 50%.
Yeah, more than 50%.
Yeah, more than 50%.
I was
You're
like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, he's
Popular
like,
vote's just the total vote. And he was like, no, it's not.
I didn't know. I didn't know that either.
then you pulled
Yeah,
it up.
Trump won the popular vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Republican won the popular vote for the first time in
Yeah.
Forever.
I thought that was like a landslide, the last one.
for a Republican that was a
Yeah,
landslide, yeah.
It was about 2
But
million.
it was nice to look up and go, this see? And he was like,
Dude's best feeling in the world. Googling
But-
something in the middle of an argument.
this is he kind of the reverse happened to me and him before when I fell down in the airport at JFK. We were having a long argument. I ended up falling down. I lost the argument.
Yeah, true.
This time it was Chris.
fell?
So we're sitting there for so long arguing, and I was like, man, Chris is fucking. At one point, I had to be like, watch how you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. He was screaming. He did say, all right, my bad on that. Yeah.
It was full.
And then Lemaire agreed with me on something. He was like, oh, of course, you fucking suck his fucking dick. Fucking ball wash him. It was like, Lemaire never does that. Lemaire disagrees with everything I say.
He literally does.
Yeah, he's a cocksucker. But he was like mad at Lemaire. Then he got mad. Then he stood up and fell over a chair. He kept his balance, but as soon as he stood up, I was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah.
And then he came back
I was like,
and
"I
called
forgive
me.
you." And then he called Nate for way too long. He kept talking to me.
What do you call you for, Nate?
Well, Nate sold us out.
Nate sold us out, yeah.
Nate sold us out, and then you left Lemaire in a very uncomfortable spot. If Lemaire's here, if Lemaire's around me without you guys, it's very weird.
What happens?
He's just as quiet and like when he
Just
lived
like,
with
man.
me, he would just walk through the house.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Shane, and leave.
I don't want to activate you.
Yeah, you were around for some tough ones. I'd be hungover. I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
I'm telling you, I'm good for catching him on the flight. in the bathroom. Something happens.
That is truly insane.
Dude, it's like it's 2 seconds.
There's some dude. I've been on planes,
And you're right near the stewardess.
dude. They have lotion. They have lotion on some planes.
Do they really?
Yes. It's
You scope it.
they have hand lotion in the bathroom on first class on Delta.
Well, really?
Yes.
They're asking for it. It's a,
I was in there. I was like, this is for real. This is for guys to
you have to sometimes.
jizz on the plane.
Something happens. You hit high altitude. If you have too many of them saved up, when you go up in the sky like that, you go like, God damn.
I do wake up incredibly hard on airplanes.
Yeah, I'll have boners. I'll have boners for entire flights.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
it's a
flight to
pressurization
Australia,
thing.
Just hard for 15 hours.
Yeah. When I flew to Tokyo, I masturbated on a plane for
Crying
the first
to-
time.
It's great.
I
Crying to
don't know
a
if it was
fucking
great.
Marvel movie.
It was necessary. It was a must.
Wait, you masturbated on the way to China?
to Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah. I had to get it out because it was hard for like 7 hours.
Yeah,
My
you
wife's asleep. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know why that mattered. If she was gonna like
Blanket action.
blow me, she's lucky she wasn't awake, or she would have caught that
In an
bullet.
airport,
Yeah.
or in an airplane seat. I don't think anybody could reach my penis.
Well, we went Polaris
If I'm
over there.
sitting- yeah, my knees are against the seat. There's no way you can get your head in there.
It's like a gated community.
Yeah, it really is. You know,
This is the worst angle for dick.
yeah.
That would be
here.
funny though to be like, because that if you were like spooned up with your wife and you would just put it on the fucking stewardess, be like, sir, you'd be like, I'm not inside my wife right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you insinuate that I'm inside my
You
wife?
just call my wife a slut?
Yeah.
We're spooning.
Wait, did you call her a slut? Did you? Say it again.
Are you a slut, babe?
You're right though. That leaning forward is a terrible.
I don't
position.
have a penis when that happens.
You ever have sex with a girl that wants to do that position where you're
the
sitting up and
sit-up?
she's
Yeah.
and she like you pull up, you're like,
Yeah.
this isn't working. This isn't gonna
bad.
work. It's not gonna work.
One time, my wife wanted me to do it on like sitting in a chair, like a stool, and I was like, "Why?"
On a stool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a setup.
I can't even sit on a stool.
No,
I hate stools.
I'm not built for any high top chairs.
Dude,
The high top
stools.
chairs are
They're
disastrous.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
High top tables.
Why'd they do that?
Girls like it, dude. Why do you
Girls
think?
like lording
Girls
over.
love high top shit. It
Yeah.
makes they walk
Getting a
on
mimosa.
fucking sticks and then they sit in. They're ridiculous. They're like, let's sit in chairs where our feet can't touch the ground.
Oh, it was his age.
At all.
We've talked about it. She fell behind a bush trying to get her hose and just had to lay there for like 7 hours in the summer behind a bush.
Oh, really?
In the mulch, just. Finally, the neighbor kids got home from school and she was like, "Hello." They just saw an old. It was a witch, dude. They saw an old woman's head sticking out from a bush.
Oh my god, they probably
She's
thought
like,
the azaleas.
Don't go over there.
Yeah, dude.
She's gonna eat us.
Oh, they probably thought like the azaleas were talking to her, talking to them or whatever. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's terrifying,
She's
boys.
geezed up.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I told him last. I gotta tell this. It makes me laugh every single time. Phil, she was living with us. She fell right at the front door. She was just on the ground next to our front door in like that side room. She was just laying on the floor. Phil had to move a couch in, so he asked the neighbor kid to carry it in with him.
Oh.
So the kid was carrying that end. Phil's walking it in. The kid goes in first and is like, "Oh my god!" Like an old woman's just laying on the ground. Phil came in second. It was like, Jesus Christ!
There was just a downed woman.
Just a down woman. And you know how weird it is when you go into like your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Like you just see this house every single day of
Oh,
your
yeah.
life, and then you finally get inside it, and you're like, "Whoa!"
yeah, true.
I had no idea what this was.
Oh,
Then you see just a woman laying on the ground, like, "Hello."
that'd be a nice Jones for a billionaire to have, like to hit up retirement homes and be like, yeah, give me like 10 of them. Just have elderly ladies
Lay
just
down,
laying around
just
on
lay
the ground.
throughout.
That's kind of decadent. Just have like dying
Yeah, that's
ladies.
decadent,
You'd
dude.
feed them. You give them a good end of life. Like not quite hospice, but like just make sure that if they fall,
Yeah.
they're down. It's like that's it.
An interesting way to like hoard, like people hoard cats.
Oh,
You find like a dead cat under the couch.
oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, having hoarding old ladies would be nice.
Yeah. Old,
I thought you were going to talk about the Going Wild, dude. I was afraid of
What's
it.
going
oh well.
Who's going wild?
I'd love to.
Who's going wild?
I wasn't going to. I'd absolutely love to talk about Gone Wild.
Uh,
I think it's fair to talk
Who's
about.
going wild?
Gone Wild?
there's Sam, you're a Reddit guy. You know about the Going Wild groups.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to suppress those longings that I have for them.
Well,
What's
This
going
is a
wild?
pretty
groups?
wonderful story.
I went
Going Wild?
to no, a Milwaukee Gone Wild. I went to Milwaukee Gone Wild.
So
and
Friday night, I go home.
Yeah.
I go taking it easy. Or was it Thursday? Thursday or Friday? Thursday night, I was like, got to take it easy on Thursday. I go straight back home. Lamizi's like, I'm going to go out. I'm going to use the scooters. I'm going to scoot around town.
Nice.
And so then the next morning we wake up, Lemaire and I go and get breakfast. And he's like, I went to an orgy last night.
What? He's chewing his nails.
Wait, you went to an orgy last night, or the night? I guess last weekend.
yeah, but I didn't
How
get
was
in.
that?
I didn't get in.
Wait, what?
What?
They had a strict
You
no
guarded.
critter.
You guarded the orgy.
This is a critter-free meetup.
You guarded the orgy. You guarded the orgy.
No, I just didn't pay enough money to get in.
Yes. He got ripped off.
Wait, what happened? It's
He
called
paid-
Milwaukee
so-
Gone Wild.
So he goes, I went to an orgy last night, but I couldn't get in. And then he was trying to hide the fact that he paid for a ticket.
No.
How much?
And then he was trying to hide the fact that he showed up. He said he got there. Initially, the story was he showed up and he was like, "No, this isn't for me."
Dick's
and
too
he
big.
left.
He's like, my dick's too big for this orgy.
Then it turns out I was like, his story was he got there and was like, "I can't do an orgy. Who am I? What am I thinking here? I got to get out."
You psyched yourself
Not
out.
that he got ripped off and scammed, which I quickly found out. Like I was just like, "Wait, what happened?" And he was like, "No, I got in there. I texted them, and they said they couldn't let me up. They were too busy fucking." And I was like, "Well, then, wait. You paid $75 to be a part of an orgy. You actually went to the hotel, sat in the lobby, DM'd them, and was like, 'Hey, I'm here.'
Oh no!
And they were like, 'Actually, we're too busy fucking. We can't let you in.'"
you ripped off.
He got ripped off.
How did you buy the ticket?
He just Venmoed somebody fucking 75.
shit.
Where'd you hear about this
I
thing?
got a ticket on Snapchat. I did get a ticket.
It was a fake ticket. It was fake.
Come on, man.
Lemaire, if you don't mind, I have a check for $10,000 coming in. Do you mind if I
Yeah.
cash in your bank account? I
Dude.
swear I'm gonna get you back, dude.
Where was it? Wasn't it like a Days Inn or something?
It was a decent.
Ew.
Yeah.
The
Sat
orgy
in the
was
lobby
probably
with Days
so
In at like
lit.
3 a.m. There was no orgy. There was definitely like 5 teenagers laughing
Yeah.
in fucking Indiana. Like, we got him. We got some fucking guy just gave us $75. This is crazy. This is the best night of our lives.
What's the sales funnel look like? Do they have like footage of it, or is it like are they showing babes?
They did have pictures. They did show me pictures and video of it happening actively, is what they said.
You live streamed an orgy and then couldn't gain access to it.
Did it
So
look
you're
like a
sitting,
Days
you're
In?
hard in the lobby of a Days In.
To be fair, it's a noble mission, dude.
What, to orgy it up?
Yeah, it's a noble mission. It's a porn hole. It's part of a porn hole. Yeah. You're in a fap hole. You see an orgy thing. You go, I'm gonna go to the fucking orgy.
I gotta try it.
Damn.
You would do some damage in there, man.
I hope.
Yeah, you do a good job.
That's fucking crazy.
Have you thought about getting revenge?
You should try to get revenge.
Yeah, it's
Vendetta.
sweet revenge.
He went on Milwaukee's Gone Wild subreddit and found an orgy and got ripped off.
You'd be like Sonic the Hedgehog in there. Just full
Yeah.
armadillo mode, bouncing off the walls.
Just spinning.
Yeah, just rings popping out
Do
of
you still have
places.
the
You'd
phone
be-
number?
I still have the Snapchat. Yeah,
We should call.
Snapchat.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did a Snapchat call?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You should have beat off to the call.
You should
Got your
Snapchat him and
money's
say,
worth.
"Can I have my $75 back?"
Yeah.
See what they say.
So the guy answered and said, "We're too busy fucking." Did you hear any sex going on?
No, nobody. It was just like messages. Nobody answered.
Oh man.
Hi, we're
What a good
occupied
scam.
right now.
I mean, I can't believe it worked.
I
But
mean,
it is, yeah. I guess it's easy to trick a horny guy.
dude, he's
Yeah.
got a little cash jangling around in his
Yeah,
pocket. Oh, yeah.
I had a couple vodka sodas too, dude. I was like,
Yeah, you were fucked up.
On the road?
True.
Like, I haven't been duped in my younger days on the road.
No, I don't think it's anything shameful. I think it's
That's
Once in
valiant.
Wyoming, a girl invited me back to her hotel room, and I got there after a show in like Gillette or whatever, and there was just a man waiting for me, and he says, "Give me the money," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You were the comic. Give me the money," and I was like, "All right," and I gave him $200 and just went back to my hotel. It sucked. I thought I was
Dang.
gonna get blown.
Oh, the lady wasn't even there. It was just
No,
a guy
she tricked
saying,
me.
"Give me money."
Yeah, give me the money. And I was like, fuck.
Did you have a gun or was you just
No, I was just like in Wyoming and 21 years old. I was like,
Yikes.
fine, here's the
Yeah,
money.
if a man yells at you when
Was
you're
he
21,
sitting on the bed at least, or was
I didn't even get in there. He was just in front of, he like came out from the side of like the motel.
Oh
And
no!
was like, give me the money. You're the
God.
comic.